Men, what is something that your wife girlfriend dislikes about herself that you actually find attractive? That she likes to talk a lot. I actually enjoy listening to her talk because her voice is like something crafted from God himself. She always says, "Are you even listening?" I feel like I'm talking too much, and then when I recite everything she said for the past 20-30 minutes she kind of blushes, smiley face. Her hair. She grew up in a super white environment, and anything that doesn't match traditional white woman beauty standards is hard for her to see as beautiful in herself. Hair is a big one. Meanwhile, I think her hair is absolutely gorgeous, like pretty much everything else about her. Her sneeze. She's not like super self-conscious about it, but she acknowledges it's a bit weird. I think it's cute. She does a normal splutter, and about half a second later this little feminine chew that's totally not part of the sneezy chaos. It's kinda like, she says she's crazy, but if I need to do well and be super organized and have everything on the calendar is crazy, I could use some. I'm a bad planner and I sit in chaos most of the time. Granted, I'm great in a crisis, but I have files at work I should have organized many moons ago. My wife hates how small her breasts are. They're barely an A cup, and she wears these ridiculous padded push-up bras to make them look bigger. I love them exactly the way they are, and take every opportunity to touch, kiss, squeeze them and tell her. She still doesn't believe me. My ex had a big bum, which I love anyway, and she had little stretch marks around her hips and on her actual bum. She hated him, but it was the first time I'd actually ever saw them on a woman, and they drove me nuts. I actively look for them now. Big booty for the win. Her nipples. They grew when she breastfed 2 children, and she can't stand the way they look. I tried explaining to her that I like it and that it's something I even seek out when I'm alone. I erase her nipples, but I think she thinks I'm just being nice. She's small boobs chest. She calls herself a wall, but I love her wall. Her chest is small, but it's beautiful with her body, which is petite with a bigger butt. She won't have any sagging as she gets older too, and she looks great in any type of fashion. My wife always complains that she is dirty or sweaty when I get close, and I try to explain that I'm extremely turned on by her sin and that sweaty lady parts send my pheromone sensors over the edge. Her smile. When she smiles, a real genuine smile, she sticks her teeth out. She calls it her horse face, but I can't help but love how adorable she looks. Especially when she tries to hide it. People tell her she laughs too loud and too shrill, which is peak misogyny to start with, but it does make her uncomfortable, but I love her laugh. It's so genuine and so attractive to me. She's very self-conscious about the weight she gained during COVID. She just a tummy, which I love. I love the way it jiggles. She's working on herself though, and I'm very proud of her. My soon-to-be ex-wife is overly critical of her teeth. She says they're crooked, but I told her good teeth are a must for me and a partner, and hers were amazing. Her weight. In college she was 110 pounds, now she's more. We've had 2 kids and getting older. I think she looks better now, but she doesn't believe me. She's very self-conscious about her big rack, but I love it for its uniqueness. After all, it's not often you meet a gal with antlers. Her boobs that causes her back problems. I love them, but for the sake of her health I wouldn't be upset if she had a breast reduction. My ex was 4 feet 11 inches and she was super self-conscious about it. I loved her height though. I really enjoy the awkward kisses and hugs. My wife won't tell me what she is self-conscious of, and I'm not so sure she is self-conscious of any part of her body herself. Her hair is going gray and I think it's just the best. She hates the idea of getting older. I love growing older with her. Freckles. Got called the 4 eyes freckle monster as a kid, haha, so she picked up some baggage. I love them though. I actually love shorter women with a bit of a belly. Not very overweight, but a bit of the belly is super cute. My wife is currently pregnant and is self-conscious about the weight she's gained, but I think it's beautiful. Her nose. She's Asian and likes my high-bridge white nose. But I think her little round nose is adorable. Her booty hole. Love looking deep into her dark brown eye and having it blow me sweet Hershey kisses. My ex hated her small breasts. They were a pretty nice size. They just weren't porn star huge. Her face. She thinks she is unattractive although she is the most beautiful woman on earth. Her ears stick out. She covers them with her hair. But I think they are adorable. She's always complaining about her butt. I think it's amazing though. Her vagina. She isn't attracted to it at all, but I'm a huge fan. Her little gut. She acts like she needs to be thinner than I am. Her hair, she says it's ugly or too long, but I think it's perfect. She kinda hates everything about herself, but I love all of it. Definitely her stomach. It just makes me wanna squeeze her. Her morning breath. It's an aphrodisiac to me though. Most of these comments are so wholesome, sweet, crying face.